Hello, guys. How are we doing today? Thanks, guys. Um, so I'm still kind of waiting on Kathy. She's supposed to be here. Sent out some emails, so we'll see if she hops on in here. And then, depending how it goes, I want the short list as Jen is taking the list. And so we'll try to get through these as quickly as possible. So let's see who's in. So hi, Prince Charming's mom. She was finally early. Yay. Ronald and Sharon and Pat. Let's see. I only have 9 so far. I know that some people are watching Lola, and that is cool. Annie, how are you doing? Oh, there you are. I sent you an email. Where are you? So, hello, Vicky and Connie. Sonia, how are you doing? So, Kathy, I sent you an email, so you might want to check your email, and it'll give you the things to get on. Hi, 5 Paces. I haven't seen you in a while. And so 5 Paces, it's actually Jen who's taking that list. So Jen is my moderator tonight, and she has control over my whole system here. So I'm feeling pretty good, Rachel. I'm just, we finally started getting some sleep because, of course, you guys know that we are still in Florida until Sunday. We go back home on Sunday. And so I'm finally catching up on some sleep. And yeah, hi, GGB. Greeter, how are you? I've missed you. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm ready to go home actually. So yeah, the short list is Ronald and Pat, Greeter, Annie. So how is everybody feeling today? How's everybody thinking about the energy? I know today I had to literally take a nap because it just felt like it just hit me hard today. Hi, Stephanie. How is everybody else doing with the energy? Oh, I wanted to do this. Wired and tired. Ugh. I hate when that happens. So feeling good, but running on fumes. Yeah. Really important for you to ground, Sonia. You know, I don't know if you guys saw that. The energy is great in New Zealand. Well, yeah, everything's great in New Zealand, Candy. That'd be someplace to visit, huh, Jen? So Jen's on, but you guys can't. She's shaking her head. Yeah, she's like, yeah, that would be cool to visit. Yeah. And Ronald, same. Took 3-hour nap, got my flu shot. Oh, very nice. I love naps. I'm beginning to love naps. So, very cool. Cold weather, raining, a good nap. Yes, totally agree. Well, and today's been kind of, hello, Ian. How are you doing? I've been meaning to catch up with you. I was sending you some light and love today. Hope you're feeling good, Ian. Hi, Karen. I'm checking my phone. Yeah. Oh, there she is. I was like, where is Kathy? I'll give you a couple of minutes. So Kathy's coming on now. She just needs to adjust her screen. And we'll get her on in a minute. So, I think that what we're going to do is have we're going to go on. There we go. Kathy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm trying to get my Bluetooth to connect, or I'll get feedback.
Okay.
It doesn't want to connect.
Oh, you may put you on mute for a little bit?
Yeah, would you please?
Okay. All right. But yeah, it has been, if you guys could please pray for Colorado. I mean, we are having some major, major fires, and it's really, really intense. It's really, really bad. So Kathy, when you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. So, okay. All right. How's that sound? It was snowing for a bit today, Ben said. Huh?
I said, I've got good sound now.
Okay, good.
Sorry I'm late. I fell asleep talking about naps.
Oh, yeah. I literally, that's what I was saying. I went and took a nap because the energy was so weird, and then I went down and walked on the beach, and that was really nice.
Oh, if I could only walk on the beach, that would be nice.
Yeah. So.
I remember my daughter called, and I was half awake, and she was chapping away, and the next thing I knew, the phone was dead again, and I must have fell asleep while she was talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me adjust my camera here.
Yeah, I was going to say, otherwise I'm going to have to take this picture off, and I can't remember how to do it. So, all right, guys. Well, so could you please put Betsy on the list, Jen, because I don't think I've ever read for her before, and I want to make sure we get people that we haven't read for. And as always, for all my moderators, I just want to thank you and for having my back. And when really weird, goofy people come in, that you guys, jump on attack and get them. So it doesn't happen that often with me, but I have a feeling that today there might be one. So please keep an eye out for that. So, okay, Ronald, can you please post your question? So we're just, Kathy and I didn't even talk, so we're just going to wing this.
I channel with you all the time, Karen, if you didn't know that.
You're like, I got you. I got your back. I know how you do it.
Well, I can channel with other readers when I'm not online with them.
Yeah.
Even if it's a replay, so I can do that with you easily. I connect really well with Deb, so I figure if you do, our energy was going to work together good.
Yeah, so. And I always
sorry about the light. I've got a window I can't. No. It's got curtains on it, but it's straight sunlight in it right now.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
I'm overexposed. Oh well.
Let's see. There we go. Do my guys have a message for me, please? Don't hold your nose up in the rain, Ronald. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see.
I'm going to pull YouTube up really quick. I can't see the chat right now, so anybody that's saying hello.
So if you go to comments on the StreamYard, and you hit the comments on the far right, see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the far right, there's comments, and at least I think, I can't remember, but there's a comments, and you hit the comments, and you can see all the comments. You just can't comment on it. You have to go through.
Good.
Yeah. So, but there's a comment button on the right-hand side. And so if you hit that, you'll see all the comments, but they come in pretty slow sometimes. You can never tell. So Ronald,
that's why I was pulling that back.
Yeah.
YouTube, so I can at least see it in somewhat real time.
Yeah. So Ronald, this is really odd. So I don't know if you do anything with numerology, But I just see a bunch of numbers in front of me. And so that's what I would, that's the first thing that hit me is something, if you're that type of number person, like I don't like numerology at all because I have to, I don't have enough fingers and toes to do it. But
That's funny.
yeah, that's what they're showing me is a bunch of numbers. And so I don't know if you've ever investigated that, but you might want to think about that, you might want to look into it. I mean, some people are pretty gifted where they could pop off numbers and tell you what they are, but I'm just seeing that maybe numerology is something you might want to look into. Okay. So
let me know when you get into it, Ron. I'll send you some numbers.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Do you have anything?
I've literally been up about 30 minutes. So.
You're like, I'm still waking up. I know. I was like, where is Kathy?
I know. I was just like, oh. Well, I smoke too, so I bought a pack of cigarettes like at 6 o'clock this morning. I didn't sleep well last night. I have MS, and my legs were driving me crazy. I don't know what was going on with it. Barometric pressure, but oh, my legs were so much pain. So I fell asleep this afternoon when the barometric pressure changed, and I must have slept 5 or 6 hours. So I'm really well rested. My hair's sticking up on one side still.
Just act like it was. Mine does it all the time. Just go with it.
Well, my hair is actually as curly as yours.
Really?
When it's long. Yeah, I sent Sharon Lee a picture of me with long hair. And she goes, wow, I didn't realize your hair is really curly. Yeah, I get that spiral curl when it's long, but
yeah,
this is easier at wash and wear.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I go back to again, Ronald. I asked, and I still get numbers, and so I would invite you to look into I'm all about getting free information, guys. It's not about running out there. I was wondering, there was a Canadian high that swooped down over the U.S. so we all felt it in our own way. Yeah. I was asking this after my aura reading I got. What, as far as the numbers? Yeah, that aura reading was pretty cool. That was like spot on for me, for those of you that saw it. Yeah. So.
I would like to be able to do aura readings. I see some auras, but I see aura around you. I see it around Debbie. I see around some readers, but I don't see it around everybody I come to meet, unless they're really dark people, and then those will show up.
Oh, this is so cool. So Ronald, it says shift your energy. Okay. So it's a really important time. And remember, guys, just because you don't get a reading doesn't mean you're not being spoken to. This is a time to shift your energy and change things up. And I have to be honest, I didn't stick around for everybody's reading just because those of you that's all I'm going to say. I just didn't stick around too long. But they're bringing me to that reading and saying that there was some shift in that, Ronald. And so I don't know because like I said, I wasn't there the whole time. But there is some shift going on with you. And so they're saying be gentle because there's a lot of, they keep showing me like the wave of an ocean flowing through you and out. And feel free to jump in anytime you want, Kathy. But there is this kind of, releasing all of this stuff and letting it flow through you, and that it's time and it's okay to let things go. And it's time to, let that ebb and flow through you and let all of those things that you've been hanging on for a long time, let it go. Vibrational realist, we're not going to read that long just because I'm pretty beat. For some reason I get up. So here I'm getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is 5 o'clock my time. But then I've been getting up at 2 o'clock every morning I'm getting up at 2 o'clock here, and then I stay up for like an hour or two, and I can't get back to sleep for a while, and so my sleep pattern is all off. So the other one I got for you, yeah, it's horrible, is let love be your beacon. So just stay in your heart space as much as you can, Ronald. And that's for all of us. I mean, we really need to stay in our heart spaces and stay in love, no matter how much anger or hate you have. It's going to be in a different spot. We're creating a different environment. And then hope and happiness, lots of hope and happiness coming your way. So that's awesome. So
I'm going to pull an oracle card for Ron.
cool.
I got serve as a co-creator.
Yes.
And it says, my service, no matter how great or small, is conscious act of co-creating with the world. That's perfect for Ron.
Yeah.
Ron's such a wonderful person.
Okay. Hi, Debsy. Yeah, Vibration says she's been having some crazy dreams. I don't think I'm even dreaming. I'm just not sleeping.
I wasn't dreaming. I usually dream too.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Everything's off right now.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think it's that Mercury's still in retrograde. It hasn't come fixed yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it is. Anything else for Ron, Kathy, that you have?
No, I'm not picking up anything for Ron right now.
Okay.
He's such a sweetheart. I talk to Ron a lot.
Very cool.
He's a sweetheart.
Oh, Jackie, thank you. So it's funny, blue and yellow, that seems to be the colors around me. All right.
We might be able to someday get Ron to come on and read with us. He is quite psychic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who is next, Jen? Hi, Tony W. Ian, I don't think it works that way. Tony, we are going to have a short list today just because I'm out of town and I'm really ran down. And Bessie says she's had the same issues not remembering dreams, so I can relate. So
I know it's strange not to dream because I read dreams. Dreams are where you do all your work.
Okay, so it's really weird, Pat, because sometimes when people ask for what do my guides have to say, sometimes they tell me to do a throw, to throw some cards for you. So that's what I'm getting, is I need to do a throw. But there's some shifting going on. There's some changes that are going on with you. And so these are not, they don't feel scary or bad, but it's really weird because they show you standing still and standing strong, and I'm looking over there and I'm looking at someone that I care and love for, and I'm watching that person maybe go through earthquakes. And that's kind of my what do you call it? That's kind of my sign for people are going through some crap. And when they're over there and you're watching them, that means it's probably someone that you care for. And so what I would invite you to be very careful. This is very odd because they've never shown me this before. So I'm watching not only earthquakes, but fire happen around this person. So some shit might be hitting the fan. But it's odd because of the fact that, you know, they have a bucket of water, but they're not picking it up themselves. If this is, you know, kind of resonating with you. So basically what that means, Pat, is be very careful that you don't go to be the savior for somebody that needs to help themselves. and that needs to work through some of that, if that makes any, hi book Bewitched, if that makes any sense to you. So sometimes we have to go through these hard lessons so that we could learn things. And they're saying have really good boundaries in reference to helping that person too much, no matter who they are, because it's a good possibility that you could be stealing those lessons from them. Does that make any sense to you? So if you could type something, Pat, that would be awesome. I don't know. I need to turn on and see if it's running slow or what. Oh,
I have a question for Pat. Are
go
you
ahead.
of childbearing age?
So while she's asking that, while she's answering that, if you guys could please, for those of you that saw my reading, send me some light in the reference that I have. I've decided to make that move, all of it. Interesting, not at this moment. That was probably for me.
Yeah.
But so anyways, I've decided to make that move, the whole entire move, if you catch my drift. And so I would really love some healing prayers in reference to getting this new job and moving and all of those things. So,
60, so no.
oh no, over 60.
Do you have a daughter or a son? Because
But sometimes when I throw and a baby comes up, sometimes it could be something that you consider as a baby, like,
yeah.
Like for instance, I love to decorate cakes. I'm really artsy fartsy. Yes,
Could be a
Rachel.
grandchild too.
Yes, Rachel, that's where I plan to head to. So I'm really excited and I need some love and light that way. But what was I going to say? So yeah, I need some, that I get this job and all of that other good stuff. And I'm getting bombarded with text messages.
Well, I've got an interesting throw for you. I don't know if this will resonate with you, Pat. First, I get the letter and the fish, which means looks like you may have some money coming your way. Followed by the house, maybe money that you'll be putting into your house. And why I asked about the baby was, then it's followed by a lady in a store. This is a baby coming in.
Yeah.
It could be a grandchild. It could be maybe you're getting a new dog, a new cat.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if you're looking at buying a new home or, because the letter could be a contract, a financial contract. Well, I don't have a reading, but I'm seeing a baby here. So if you have a daughter or a son, you may be getting a new grandbaby soon.
I love
the locket and the journal, which means whatever this is opening a new path for you, a loving path. So if this is a new grandbaby, you're going to love this grandbaby.
Who doesn't love grandbabies?
Oh, I love my grandbabies.
I love my grandbabies.
And then it's followed by the gentleman in the park, which is a public place. You're going to have maybe family gatherings or something, because it nights with the house. So maybe having family over. You may find over during a family get together that somebody's having a baby. I don't know. It looks interesting.
Yay.
That's weird that I pick up a baby though. I'm getting a new grandbaby, so. Does that resonate with you at all? Neighbor is trying to give me. Could be you're selling your house.
Yeah, this is moving so slow. Let me log on my phone. it's hard being on vacation. You don't have all your whole setup, you know, and it's like kooky. Feels weird. Okay. No, but who knows? Pat, I would just, you know, in this time, also what they want you to know is be gentle with yourself. So there's, you know, some heaviness in the energy. So just be aware that when you're feeling heavy, you know, because they just put a lot of weight on my shoulders, you know, just be aware of what that is and everything, you know, it's outside of you, not in. And just be gentle with yourself. And it's really weird because they just show you hugging yourself. Like, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you pamper yourself right now. For some of us, especially for those of us that have been healers for most of our lives and kind of stood in the corner or hid in the closet, they're like, this is the time to take care of us right now, yourself, your healing, your world, because you cannot. It's really odd. You can't walk through the fire. You have to walk through the fire in order to tell the next person how to get through it without getting burnt, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Well, that totally makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely take care of yourself. Okay, my friend. So hopefully that helped, Pat. And sorry if that's not making.
My reading was so opposite direction as yours.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. It is. Sometimes they don't go together. Doesn't make them wrong. Maybe you're seeing further in front. So, all right, darling Pat.
Interesting.
Okay, who's next, Jen? Thank you. I really am pretty excited about it. So I'm just manifesting beautiful and wonderful things. So,
You're
but
gonna miss living in Colorado if you move to Florida.
you know, I did applications. I was actually filling out applications today online and trying to get in with the school system there. So I'm really excited. So woot woot.
Got some new beginnings starting up.
Yeah. So you're right, Jackie. Each reader sees a totally different facet. So, okay, greeter. There we go. There it is. I got it. Boom. Just wanted to know, did my dad? Oh, yeah.
Good afternoon, greeter. How are you doing, Teresa?
Let's see. Jen's not letting me touch the keyboard. Fine. So were you not there, greeter, or was somebody, like one or two people, not there when it happened? I need to put my glasses on. Greeter, did you hear me? Were you not there when your dad passed? Oh, I just dropped my phone. Ah, thank you. I can see better. There's my bifocals. There's my regulars. Okay, so none of my sisters. Yeah, because you know, he's showing me that Well, first of all, I want to start off by saying he's saying that there is no guilt. Okay, there should be no guilt. He went like this, like no guilt. But he's showing that him trying to stick around for a little while for someone to come. And then I almost feel like, why am I sitting here waiting around? I want to go. I'm done. And when he finally comes to that realization, but he passes, and I feel like it's okay. And so, yeah. And so he wants to go back. When you wrote he died alone, because he's saying there's no guilt. He just keeps going like this, like, don't hang on to that. It's okay. So I like that for you.
My first image of him, he came out of body and he was kicked back like he was leaning against the wall, looking at at everything. He was really, he was waiting, but he was like, I feel good.
Yeah.
Where is everybody? But he wasn't like, oh, nobody's here. It was like, he was at peace, and he waited for people to come in. But he's in a good place. There's no pain. He feels good. He's he's not worried about unfinished business. It's like he set that all aside. He loves you. He loves you dearly.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels good. And,
he feels so at peace.
Yeah. And there really is a true understanding that in that moment before hanging on, because he hangs on like this, like I'm trying to hang on. But in that moment, when I finally realized that it's kind of silly to
hold on.
Yeah, it's kind of silly to
that finally letting go.
Yeah, when he finally lets go, it's like
yeah, exactly. And then he's instantly at peace, and then he's waiting. He's like sitting across from himself, just okay,
Yeah,
it's sort of he's really at peace, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm here now. It's done. It's no regret.
Yeah. So it did it.
He did cross over though. He didn't stay.
Yeah. He did not linger. He didn't stick around. So that's really awesome. So.
But then I feel this love for you, just abundance of love. And he wants you to know that he is at peace.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
He is watching over you. No, he didn't suffer. It was like when he let go, everything was peaceful.
Yeah, it really was. It feels so good. It really is just like
it's a release.
That's when that moment when you finally have released so much stuff and you have that freedom, that's the way it feels. It just feels so good. So no, they didn't suffer, and I think it was great. So yay. Well, cool. What was your dad's name? Gary, you are a Twinkie. Bonehead. What was your dad's name, Greeter? I don't usually focus on names. I know some people do. I don't really focus on it. So, but yay to Dad for coming through. That's awesome. And hopefully that helped you with that. Hello, Sharon. I got this new thing Love it.
Uh,
So I went to a metaphysical shop, and
I
those,
love bells. Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, because I didn't think about bringing my little baby bowl. So then
I bought you one, then I went and bought me one.
oh, I love it. I love it.
I love it. It sings so nicely.
Yeah.
I love meditating with it too. It really grounds me.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, that's
We're
right, Ron.
working at our best, looking great, Sharon.
Yeah, you don't. General health reading for the rest of the year, Annie. And you're absolutely right, Ronald. You don't bring your suffering with you, and you don't even bring most people that I've met maybe have a little remorse about how they treated somebody or how they took care of somebody or, like that. But for the most part, it's more apologetic for that person that stays here. They don't really carry that with them. It's so Richard, thank you, Richard, for coming.
I've never read anybody that is a really bad person.
I've read some really bad people.
I think if anybody was going to carry some of that regret or anything with them, that would be the ones that would do it.
Yeah.
My belief system is when you cross over, you do a self-judging. You don't go before God, and God doesn't throw His wrath down. It's a self-judging process, but we do come in with a contract. So some of this is a fulfillment of a contract that we've come in with from the other side. Now, what we did with that contract may be, hit or miss, depending on, because people do break contracts at times. But no, when you pass over, though, it's a release of everything that was here in this plane. You don't carry, if you were really ill or you were in a terrible accident, you don't carry that pain with you. You're released from everything.
Yeah. So as he was talking, Annie, I was focusing in, and I'm wondering, so there's, how it works for me is I just see a silhouette, and in that silhouette, I have this bright yellow highlighted area coming out. And so one of them, and sometimes it can be mirrored. So that means it might be shining on your left side, but really it's your right side. So I don't ever say left or right. So my question would be, what is going on with the leg? Then that is more brighter. That is more, the yellow is more profound there. And yeah, so I would say, Annie, what's going on with the leg? And then the second thing I would say is the stomach and the stomach area, intestinal area. That it's not anything that's major. It's not anything that, but for health, that would be two things that I would look at: leg, knee, that whole kind of thing. Does that make sense to you? Right leg to the knee, have a lot of pain. Yeah. So I really see that. And one of the things that they're showing me is you actually have we all have lymph nodes in the back of our kneecap or in the back of our leg. So they're showing me you almost putting your leg up in the air and just kind of massaging that. It's to get those areas. Oh, they're giving me two things. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this.
I'm getting her digestive problems. I'm feeling like this is internalized stress, though. It's worry. It's not so much you have an issue with your digestive system as you're internalizing stress. You need to let go of that.
Yeah. And sometimes, Annie, when you have neck or when you have leg pain can be associated with not, spiritually speaking, they say not moving forward, not moving forward, not doing things. Could be from diabetes. Okay. Yeah. I think we'll be okay. everything that you know. I mean, you kind of know about what's going on. There's no new surprises. But I would get those lymph nodes massaged so you can get any of that, they're showing me like a little bit of swelling out of there. And with diabetes, sometimes your circulation isn't the greatest.
That's the problem I have. I get the bear, the mice, and the clover. You're strong. You're feeling the illness, but you're going to have luck with this. And it nights over to this gentleman. I'm seeing that you need to seek some physical therapy for it to work on strengthening yourself. So if you are having leg and circulation problems, physical therapy could help you a lot. In fact, it's the key to making you feel better while you're at home. I feel like you are worried and you're internalizing some stress. But all your doctor's reports and tests are going to come out good. That also nights back with the doctor. Here's your doctor's report. They're talking your test results. So your tests are coming out good. If you're diabetic, definitely keep good track of your blood sugars. That will help you with your circulation. And you need to just let some of this stress go. I would suggest doing some meditation. It will also help with your healing if you focus on, if you are having circulation problems, focus on seeing that blood flowing in your legs, releasing, using light to release some of the pain that you may have in your legs. Your meditation, you can do a lot of self-healing, but also get into some physical therapy. Talk to your doctor about getting some physical therapy to help strengthen yourself, and that will help with your circulation as well, which is back to the whip, which is referring to your intestinal tract, your circulation, and it does night with the heart too. So you need to get that blood flowing, and not so much worry, because it looks like you're going to get control of your blood work. Your tests are going to come out good. You just need to focus on taking care of you.
Yeah, Ronald, when you do some releasing, a lot of that hot energy comes out, or sometimes when you get connection to spirit, that's what happens. So that's probably what's going on with you. Or you're going through menopause. Either one.
It's a real thing, Ronald.
Yeah, see, Sharon Lee, not menopause, it's manopause. So, all right.
Usually followed by buying sports cars and.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go one for Annie, and then we will be spontaneous, Annie. Make sure you're being spontaneous. Get out there and do something different, okay, my friend? So, yay. Anything else for Annie?
I've got this new Oracle deck, Debbie. Karen. It's called Soulful Women.
Ooh.
And the art is absolutely gorgeous in it.
Hey, D Spark, we're gonna try to get through as many as we can, but I am gonna go as long as I can. So I'm not guaranteeing that we will, and I'm not saying that we won't. But I know I cannot do 3 hours tonight. I just can't. So
okay. I got Time to Follow. I'm gonna see if I can get this close. The art is absolutely fantastic in this deck. And it says, creative manifestation occurs more easily when I have nurtured myself and honored my time of follow. My time of follow, yeah. So, take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. It's a beautiful card. I love this deck.
Hello, Kim J. Okay. Yay. Five paces. You are up 5 paces. How are you, Kim J? I'm actually in your neck of the woods. Huh. I'll have to write that down, Jackie. I don't know where that's at. Oh, let me take a picture of it. Let me take a picture of it. I don't have a pen. Okay. Well, let's see if it's grandbaby time. Hold on. Y'all know the drill. Oh, look at the grandbaby and the puppy.
Oh, he's so cute. So you got 2 grandbabies, huh?
Oh, I got more than 2.
You got grandpuppy and grandbaby there.
I got a lot of grandbabies. Okay. 5.
I have 3 and 1 coming on its way.
Oh,
Be a boy.
oh. Right now, Kim J, I am in, where am I? Fort Myers, Florida. Fort Myers Beach. It's been very fun. 5 paces. Okay. Want to remove the psychic block that I erected as a child. And what do my guides have to say probably about that? Oh, I know. I wish I could get a massage. I was saying that earlier.
Me too. I wish I could do Reiki on myself.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm one of my mentors. One of my mentors, and his name is Anthony, gave me some advice and said, and I'm being told to give this to you. And for anybody that needs this. And I know you guys have heard me talk about the I am mantra. So Fort Myers is where my parents are. I'm 2 hours north near Tampa. Well, Pat, I'm going to be in Tampa when I fly out, sweetie. So you guys have heard me talk about the I am mantra. And one of the things my guides are saying is that we have created our own blocks. We have allowed this, you know, they show me this food going into our mouths that we take in and becomes our reality. You know, and what they're saying is this I am mantra that he gave me. And, you know, I would invite you to, I'm going to leave it open to you to decide how you want to do it. If you are that visual person and manifesting and, you know, we talk about vision boards, but literally write it down. I am, you know, I'm just going to show you, here's mine. You know, I literally have been working on this for some time. I mean, there's like 6 pages here. And so what happens is, you basically say, like, I am fearless. I am releasing my old stories that do not serve me. I am talking to my guides constantly. I am. You know, you write these things out. Some people can write it out and you can manifest it like that, put it on the wall, look at it, read through it. But the advice that was given to me and I'm offering to you is that you record it, listen to it at night. for at least 21 days and fall asleep basically to it.
It's funny because you talked about recording it and listening to it. That's what I'm hearing is it's there. You just need to listen.
Yeah, it's there.
Your block is just something you're holding up. They're talking to you constantly. You just need to open that door and trust what you're hearing is them. They're there. You hear them constantly. My hands, my hair. Yeah, because I keep on seeing these double doors open, and you just need to push them open.
Yeah, I think that
they're there. They're constant.
Yeah, we've conned ourselves.
You have to learn to trust that inner voice. What many will call that inner voice, or I hear it in my ear, like it's somebody whispering. You need to trust that. That's not something you're making up in your head. That's your guides. And they're at a constant. And you need to learn to trust yourself, trust your instinct, trust that inner voice.
Yeah.
And like Karen said, write it down. Ask them to show you signs. Write that what you see in your head down, and you'll find that they do appear.
Yeah.
You just need to learn to reconnect.
However you see it. I mean, when I first started getting, when I first started going reading professional, I had a whole mantra that I would say before I ever started, like on my way to a reading or on my way to a fair. I had a whole mantra I would say before I would get there. And it was awesome, So however you need to do that 5 paces, and you could say, I am of service to spirit. I am of service to others. I am a beacon of light to those who need me. I mean, this is really what I would say. I mean, I literally said, I am of service to spirit. I am. I am of service to others. I am. I am a beacon of light for those that need me. I am. I am claircognizant. I am I do all my claras, and then I would repeat that 3 times, and it just got more. It's almost as if you are rewiring and reprogramming your brain to do certain things, and so you're rewiring it. And so that's the best way I can tell you, because, yeah. And so I want to ask, this is kind of a little bit off the subject, but I know some of you, if someone would not mind giving up a space for these newer people that are coming in and don't really realize how it works, that would be awesome. To get them on the list. But we're not going to go forever tonight. So, yeah, hopefully that helps, 5 paces, but that's what I would start. I would start with the I am statements, and that's so profound, and you can do it anywhere. You're actually, exactly, Jackie, you're giving yourself permission by repeating that and retraining your brain and retraining your own vibration to, this is who I am. This is who I am. And my guides, one of my funny guide giggles, and he goes, you're basically faking it until you make it. That's what he says. You're faking it until you make it.
But the thing is, you're actually not faking it.
No, you're not.
It is.
Not. But you
have to realize it is.
Yeah.
You have to learn to trust it.
And some people have problems with that, so they can't trust themselves. So it really is, you can choke down the, fake it till you make it, because by telling you that you are a powerful, human, and you are so powerful, more than we even can comprehend, you can't choke that down, but yeah, it's amazing what we've done to ourselves. So hopefully that helps 5 paces. Okay. So yeah, try that. You got anything else for her?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Just realize that we all have that ritual in ourselves.
Yeah.
Before I start, I cover myself with light. I ask my guides to give me enlightenment, to only tell truth, to see clearly too. There's a whole ritual I go through as I get ready to read.
Yeah. Thank you, Marie. So yeah, if we only have 5, I can do more than 5. So. All right, who is next? Who is next, Jen? Oh, I tell you what I'm not liking. Sonia, you're up next. They call them no-see-ums, and y'all remember. So I don't know if you saw me last week. I literally didn't have anything for these little tiny bugs that were biting me. The only thing I had was malt vinegar.
Vinegar.
I smelled like malt vinegar.
But it worked.
Oh, it did work. It did work. Oh, it was bad.
I like the smell of malt vinegar.
Traveling to California to New York. How are you traveling? Are you flying? Oh, yeah, you're flying. Never mind.
I would hope so. That's a long drive.
Long drive. And I wouldn't want to be on a bus that long.
Oh, no. Heavens, no. Even a train would be torturous.
So when I do this, guys, and I'll teach you something. So if you guys don't know my trick and the reason why I do this a couple of times. Okay, so try this with me. So turn to the left. And I want you to think, and I taught this today in a different live chat that I was doing. So think of something so wonderful and so good. Whatever makes your heart happy. And think how good that feels. And feel that feeling in your body, in your heart. Like take that feeling, that wonderful feeling in, okay? Now once you have that, I want you to go back to the center and stay there for a minute, just to kind of recalibrate your body. And then once you are recalibrated, I want you to look to the right, and I want you to think of something that just is not good. Like I always think of liver and peas. I don't know why. That's just disgusting, and it makes me go, ugh. So this is your no, okay? So let your no go into your body and let your no feel that way, okay? And go back to the center. Now, Sonia's questioning was she going to go from California to New York for Christmas? And will the trip happen? So my question would be, is Sonia going to California? Yes.
Yes.
Or no, and see which one is stronger. So I feel like if I'm checking this way, it's a yes to me.
It's a yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking was her trip.
Yeah.
And I got a yes. But I didn't get anything negative on this side, not even your peas and liver. I agree with you on the liver part, but not the peas.
Oh, peas just are disgusting. I'm getting a yes too. It's all, it's a yes. So these are 3 reds. I don't know what they are, and I don't have
a joyous yes too. You're going to really have a good time.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. And I'm getting the ship, and that's traveling, and that's movement. And I think it's going to be fine. Sonia, remember that. You need to imagine that beautiful light shining on you. Imagine, she got the ship too. Yeah, imagine that beautiful light shining on you. Imagine it hitting. Yeah, I don't like peas either. They're nasty, Sonia. See?
Peas.
Mom got a yes. So it's all about just imagining that.
Like the cigarettes are on the stand. Do you need a lighter? Okay.
Hitting your cells, and just make your cells happy and make them healthy, and say you're going to combat anything that comes across. Everything's going to be okay. But if you start putting it out, oh my gosh, what about? You're just making your body unhealthy. So just keep it healthy, okay, my friends. So yes, that's a yes. I don't think you need to worry about that. Everybody got a yes. So,
I got a yes, a great yes. I got you traveling to home, family, New York. Maybe the house is in New York, whoever you're visiting there. Do get rest while you're traveling. I,
What does that mean? No, I'm being.
You know how when you travel and you do too much, and you overtaxed yourself.
You don't sleep because you have crappy beds. Trust me, I know.
Crappy beds, bad environments. You want to see everything while you're there, and there's nothing to do in New York. It's a boring place. So take care of your rest. Try not to overtax yourself while you're there. You have the bouquet, which is telling me that it's a beautiful trip, and you do have choices of places you're going to go, decisions you have to make. It's going to be a fun trip. All I feel is really good energy. Just make sure you don't push yourself too far, so that you can enjoy every minute you have there. Like I said, get some rest while you're there too. It's not go 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 go. Enjoy it though, and I don't see any illness. I don't have any illness cards here at all. So I think you're good on the COVID. Wash your hands, wear your mask, social distance.
And don't touch your face.
And
don't touch your face, and don't touch the magazines.
Yeah, stay away from magazines.
There you go. All right, cool, Sonia. Yay! Yay!
Enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. I love that.
Oh, I love it, love it, love it. Stephanie, can you repost your question, please, Stephanie? Kathy, I didn't even think about getting you, do you have a Cash App or any of those things, Venmo and all of that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have no need to monetize.
Yeah.
I'm independently wealthy. Ha ha ha.
Oh, you want to adopt?
I'm joking. I'm retired.
You can adopt.
I'm a retired civil servant, and
there you go. Okay.
So send it all to Karen. She may need it for her move.
Yeah.
And her great new adventure.
Yeah.
Although I want turtle pictures from you.
Okay.
Are they running?
No. I'm like, no. Early have a tribe. I picked out Clover grandson and bye. Everyone hugs. Bye 5 paces. So I'm going to let you go first on this one, only because I'm struggling a little bit, and so I need to figure this out. So sometimes it comes like a spirit will come in a little weird. So Stephanie, can I ask you how old you are? And that might help me understand what I'm seeing over here. So, but yeah, just if you could go first and see if you want to do a spread for her or what you want to do.
Yeah. Well, you have more than one guide, just to let you know. Most of us do have more than one guide.
31. Okay. Hi, PMG. Oh, yeah, I'm checking on the liver and peas. Okay, so I'll explain what's going on, Stephanie, and then I need you to really be typing so I understand. So I have this person who represents over here, and this is a male figure. And so when I'm checking in over here, that means someone has passed away. And it may not be for you. Okay. So sometimes people pop in and, this person represents, I would say this feels like a father figure. Okay. So has your father passed, or, and this is going to sound a little bit weird, is your father sick? Okay. So has your father passed, or is your dad sick? And if you could type that, that would be awesome.
I'm really curious.
Because it's very odd to me. Because
I've got the illness and the man, and below him I have a snake
my
and a
father is
burden.
alive, but I'm not in contact with him. Okay. So here's the deal. And I'm not, when I don't understand, I'm not going to pull anybody's chain. I'm just going to tell you I don't understand. So I have this person who stands here, and this is my side for someone who's passed away. But then he also is on this end, and he looks like he's sick. And so, what you choose to do with that information, but this person feels like they could be passing pretty soon, because it's not often they show up on both sides. My mother does that sometimes, but my mother has Alzheimer's. So sometimes she's, she kind of represents in both places.
She does both, yeah.
So.
You don't have a close relationship with your father, do you?
No, she doesn't. She said that
Okay.
she's not in contact with him. So, and Spirit's gonna, they're gonna bring what they want to the table. It's not like I can, kind of say, no, I don't share that. It's one of the things where, I've made a pact. I have to say it. But yeah, it just feels like this male figure, just to let you know. So if you're wanting to reach out, if you've wanted to kind of, you may want to do that, and so I leave that into your hands. But I get this thing like this, like my father could be sick, but he's stubborn and doesn't want professional help with anything. Well, that would be why. I mean, literally, I got the hands thrown up in the air, like, what are you to do? What are you gonna? It kind of felt like that. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
So,
I'm feeling like it's colon cancer or something in that area. He's heavily burdened from it. I'm looking at my spread, followed by the man I get the stork, the heart, and the crossroads. He made this decision to step away. It is a regret of his, but he doesn't see a way to change that decision. But that burdens him, and I've got the marrying each other. I've got the cross and the crossroads, which is a burden decision. It burdens him. He carries that in his heart, and that's what it's next to. It's next to his heart. So he did make that decision to separate himself, but now that he's ill, he has a regret for that. Then I get the dog, the clover, and the stars, which I think is a representative of you. He sees that you're a wonderful person and that you're full of luck, and the stars are shining over you.
She said he's never been to a medical checkup or anything, and her father could be sick, but he's stubborn and doesn't want professional help with anything. And that's,
but he's aware of it consciously that he's ill. And there's a lot of men that are that way.
So
spiritually, I think you're protected. My readings is showing me his illness, his regrets, but he sees you as a good, friendly person with luck, and you're being protected from the stars. So you're going the right direction. His regret is his choices.
Okay. You done over there?
I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good. So I decided to go ahead while she was reading, I decided to go ahead and say, what is something coming up for you? And so one of the things, so remember that just because the card means something doesn't mean it actually means to the reader. So these two cards right here, this represents the cross. For me, represents when you are the cross represents when you are going through things and you are having to sort out what you want, where you want to see yourself going. For some reason, I keep picking up on work, like what's going on with work? But there's some new things that you're trying to figure out about yourself, and they give me the sign of the milk crate, and what that milk crate represents, Stephanie, is you're looking at yourself going, do I really believe this? I mean, this is what I was raised with, but do I really believe this? She said she had to cut ties with him to heal for the abuse and him never admitting it. I would agree with you, and he won't admit it. And, that's just something that this makes sense. This makes total sense now, my friend. Okay. This right here. And
it also makes sense about his choices and burdens.
You have a choice on how you want to do it. Lots of crossroads coming your way, lots of choices, and it's a wonderful thing. So the main focus is that the sun is always wonderful and great. This means that, you keep doing what you're doing. Okay. For some people, to me, the ring, sometimes when I see the ring card and then I see a circle that goes like this, that means keep doing you, girl. Keep doing what you need to do to get that stuff going. This is a good thing. And then this is, don't stress out about the little things that take. Focus on the good, wonderful things that are coming your way, because this is going to be really awesome. Okay. So sadly, Sharon, we won't know because he won't go to the hospital as he's dying. And that's okay, Stephanie. I would invite you to, some things happened to me too as a child. I never got to say my piece with all of those things. And so you have to live your truth. And the best thing that you can do is imagine this beautiful pink light, or whatever color you want, shining down on you and shining on that situation where you were getting hurt, or when things were happening to you. You don't have to sort through it in your mind, but that moment where, I do it all the time. Like all of a sudden it pops into my head where my dad was beating on us kids. And I imagine that moment and I shine this beautiful light on me as a child. And I shine it on the whole situation. I don't have to forgive my father for what he did, but I have to get it out of my heart. I don't know if that makes sense, but you're the only one that's carrying this. He's going to go down, like, sorry for my language, but he's going to go down like the stubborn ass that he is, because they literally showed me a stubborn ass. And so you have to release all of that, because you're in a much better place, so just keep imagining that beautiful pink light shining down on you. So, all right.
I threw tarot to see where this was taking you, because I'm feeling from his side, he knows he's sick. He knows he's dying. He knows that he has regret. He doesn't know how to reconcile that. I'm not even sure he wants to reconcile his decisions. I don't feel like he would pick up the phone and say, oh, I'm sorry for who I was, what I did, walking away, whatever. and I was curious about the three cards in that spread that came up for you is the dog, the luck, and the stars. And I thought, despite all of this, his regrets, his pains, his burdens, everything he's laid on you, and it's funny because mirroring on the spread in the line that addresses you, I got that the spirituality, the cross, and the stars. Despite it all, it's made you a strong person spiritually in yourself. But in the tarot reading that I pulled for you, I have the stars, the Queen of Truth, and the Ten of Cups. You're coming out of this fine. You're strong. You're successful. I mean, you have these power cards on you. I've got the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. This is you moving forward with your strength, with a message, and it ends with the King of Swords, which is that truth. So, despite him and what he's going through, Spirit has made you a strong person. It's made you who you are. You're able to move forward. You can let this go. You don't have to forgive him. You can just do what you need to do to take care of you. You have the strength to move forward. You know the truth in your life. And I think that's the message from Spirit is believe in your truth. Believe in where you're moving forward in life. And don't let the decisions he's made and the choices he made define you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be really good, And Stephanie, I mean, I'm 50. I still have flashbacks. So shine that light and just release it from your heart. And that's the most important thing, because you can't allow the past to define the beautiful person that you are. They show you on this path, and it's beautiful. So just keep walking that path and know that you're wonderful. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So,
and you have it in you. You have these strong movement cards for yourself, the strength, the truth. You're a much stronger person than he is, for sure. And Spirit's got your back.
Yeah. Yay. Yay, you. Yay. So I keep saying, what tone
like those readings.
Should I play? You got all of them. Yay, Stephanie. Karen C., you're up. Karen, you are up. Yeah, I decided I'm actually really tan, but it looks all red.
I think it's the lighting.
Yeah, it is. It's not the greatest lighting.
My sun's finally going down. This window catches that western light direct.
Oh.
I'm going to turn my overhead light on. Just a second. What caused my dad's legs to weaken? Get out. What do you mean?
So, Karen, it's really, I just want to stay in my headspace and quiet for a little bit, just because when my light language turns on, I just kind of let it flow. So they had me going, and they literally take me up into his spine. And
like right here.
Huh?
And I'm feeling it right here.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at. And
Exactly where it took me.
it's like, to me, it just feels I'm a little swollen, and like the spinal column, it would almost be like something is
It's a
out,
herniated disc.
and it's swollen and it's sliding this way. And so I just want to stay in my headspace for a little bit and send him some light language. That's what they want to do. So I just want to do that. So Kathy, feel free to take over for a little bit.
That's funny because I was looking at his legs and it went right up to that part of my back. And it's funny because my husband has a herniated disc in exactly that same spot. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the swelling around the spine, around the nerve endings. It's affecting his legs. It's almost like when he can't quite get the strength in his legs. It almost buckles when he sets up. I watch my husband do this too. It's that same motion I'm seeing. Yeah. I do see he can recover from this. It's going to take some time. He does need to see a specialist. It can be painful, and it's scaring him. I'm going to throw some cards on this.
Night, Tony. Thank you for hanging out with us. I think appreciated. So while you're doing that, I'm going to kind of look into, his back has been hurting him. Yeah, Karen, I just see it as, there's something, it's in the lower spine. And I don't know if he would be willing to go to a chiropractor or something like that. That's personally where I might start off, is seeing him like that. One that would take x-rays and make sure that everything was okay. But I just see it, it feels like it does get taken care of to me. But
he needs to work on that inflammation in the around where it hurts. Is going to do a lot of good.
Pat, I always joke around that I am the most whitest Hispanic person you will ever meet. So my tan is going to go away like that. As soon as I get to Colorado, my moon tan is going to be kicking in. That's what I like to call it, my moon tan. He just got out of the hospital and he will be doing PT. Good. Yeah. And I think it does clear up. But it's really odd because it kind of clears up and there's bouts, and I think I'm not sure if he's a side sleeper, but it's something that's happening, when he's in a totally relaxed state. Sharon Lee, I love my chiropractor. Yes, book Bewitched. I send it out. So if you're here when you're watching me, you're absolutely right. Do you want me to send some more? Did it feel good? Because I can. Yeah, my moon tan, Sharon. Most people suntan. I'm out in the moon with candlestick. Look, let me see. Let me show you. Oh, see, that's how white I am. Yeah. In the fetal position on his side, it's when he's relaxed, that back is not, I just see it shifting right there. And that's when it happens, is when he's totally in a relaxed state. Okay, I can send some more book Bewitched while she does that reading. Okay.
Yeah, my reading's just showing him where he is now and that he will heal from this. I've got the Queen of Wands, the inviting the burden. This is where he's at right now. He's feeling burdened by this, but it's followed by the King of Swords and the Star, so he will heal over time. The physical therapy, the reduction of the swelling around that area of his back is going to be the key to that part, that healing. And it will take some time, but I see it being okay. I will send him some healing light and do some light work for him too.
I love what Gary said. So
I focus this way. I can't read.
Oh, it says
myself out.
So Gary says forgiveness is the key to releasing our past. Our parents and their parents carried the burdens of how they were treated, and we are molded by what we experience in our lives. Be conscious, aware is the key. And it's true. You know, I mean, some of us are mold breakers, and we've got to kind of let go of that stuff and heal. And our bodies also, you know, your body has muscle memory, guys, and those pains and those things that we're feeling, it's kind of to release. And I know this sounds weird, but I would invite you right before you go to sleep, ask your body, ask that pain, what are you holding on to? You know, it's okay to release that. And because, yeah, I mean, that 100%, Gary, I totally agree with you.
Those of you that are working through childhood abuse and abuses, forgiveness was one of the hardest hurdles I crossed during dealing with my abuse. And I've actually been out of counseling for probably better than 15, 18 years. And I did everything but forgive. And my stubborn self said, I can't forgive because that would be saying it was okay.
Yeah, no.
And it's not. And it dawned on me like within the last month or so that I forgave him. But it wasn't for the abuse that was brought on me. It was for the fact that my abuser was also abused, and they carried that burden forward in their life and had not been able to deal with it. And that's what I could forgive. And it shifted me carrying that little piece of the abuse of me somehow feeling responsible for it and releasing it back to them, that it was something they didn't do the work for to get past, and that they carried it forward in their life. And then all of a sudden I had this, it was like, oh, it's the love of forgiveness. I sent that love. I'm sorry that you weren't loved too, you know, back to them. And I handed their burden back to them, their responsibility, their choices, because I didn't choose to bring that forward into my life towards somebody else. And then it was like a weight was lifted off me, and it freed me. Most incredible feeling I've ever had, to finally just get rid of that last piece of it. So, yeah, it takes time.
Yes, Bessie. We have a different community here. So to explain a little bit more. So on Tuesday nights at 5:30 Mountain Time, we, through meditation one time, were given the name the Way Showers. And so we are a community of supporting each other and healing and talking through our traumas. And we do these little mini readings, but it's so empowering that we have each other. And then the community had asked, I mean, even though this is a YouTube community, the community had asked for us to please start a group. And Jen, can you type the name in? Do you know how to spell it? So anyways, so what?
Ears with a Z.
Yeah, it's Way Showers in
Way
Facebook.
Showers,
Yeah, on Facebook. So I created a group, and the name is The Way Showers. And so if you're on Facebook, you are more than welcome to. Yeah, exactly.
You'll
Gary.
also see the terms throughout this website and many others. We refer to us as the tribe.
Yes. Yeah.
Those of us that are in this group, I think Karen gave us that name, and we
Yeah.
proudly wear it.
Yeah. I think it's spelled like this. I don't have my glasses on. But so anyways, so there's the Facebook group. And so we meet on here on Tuesdays. There you go. Thank you so much.
Tuesdays, Fridays, Sundays.
Yeah. Book Bewitched. I'm so glad you felt that. So anyways, so on Tuesdays at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time, we do a meditation, and it's ran by me or Debbie or JJ, and I'm actually gonna invite some other people to do some really great meditations, some other healers that I know, and then we do the mini readings. And then on Fridays, we call this Fun Fridays. And so we usually do about 3 hours. So you want to get here early, and it's the same time, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. And then on Sundays at 11:11, my friend Debbie, and she is Free Bird Spirit YouTube channel. And I think I have her banner. Can you check on that?
She's a wonderful reader.
So Debbie, on Friday, we switch back and forth. So this week it's my week. Next week, we're going to be on Debbie's channel. So please feel free to check out Freebird Spirit. Please make sure that you subscribe to her. And yeah, so this is who we are. And we just kind of support each other and help each other through things, Bessie. And we're really glad you're here. And please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when we're on. And yeah.
And also, I guest speak with Debbie, now with Karen, Scott Allen also, and with Lola on, I do the Thursday shows with Lola and Debbie on Goth Angelic website. Too. And shout out to Lola. She also does some of the she's done some of the meditations too, hasn't she?
Lola, no. Yeah, Lola's never done the meditation. It's mainly JJ and myself and Debbie.
Yeah, JJ's are wonderful, and I understand your guys' light language. I have this translator in my head that translates it for me.
Yeah.
Karen and I have guides that came from the same tribe. I discovered. She told me who my healing guide was and described him. And I said, no, I don't see him. And then the next morning I was meditating, and I was like, oh, there he is. He's in my meditation every day. It's the first thing I see is my guide in my meditation.
Yeah.
And she described him perfectly, the sparkling gold, sparkling light. And
yeah,
he's
really
wonderful. Great. He's wonderful. And he's who I hear most frequently. This is a fantastic, very supportive group. Feel free to jump into the conversation. Don't feel left out. I know some people that sit in the background for a long time before they finally come forward. Join in. But the people in this group are just absolutely wonderful people. I know I talk to just about everybody. They've reached out to me.
And there's people that sit back, Jen and I.
Which is perfectly fine too.
Yeah. And there's people that sit back and they don't ever say anything. And so just so you know, my friend Jen has all the rights to my, like, okay, Jen, start typing now. See, she's typing and my hands are still, I'm not
And she
touching
is
her,
hilariously funny.
but she doesn't come on camera. She doesn't like it. But
I don't know why not. She's cutie pie.
I know. All right. So let's go ahead and go to, whoops. Who is next, Jen? Hey, you did wash your hair today, Jen, and it's looking good. Okay, Bessie, career advice.
Those who haven't seen Jen on camera, she's cute as a button, bubbly, warm personality. She's just full of energy. Career advice.
Hi, Sonia.
Any
Yeah,
messages
so it is important, Bessie, and anybody else to be on the list. It goes so fast. So we try to start and put it out there that we're going to be on, usually 15 minutes prior. And sometimes people come in so much that the list gets filled so fast.
It can fill up within 15, 20 minutes easily.
Yeah. So Bessie, here's the thing. So when I'm like, they show me different roads. So I've got different roads that I could go on. And when I asked, are you thinking about transferring? Are you thinking about moving? Are you thinking about
getting more education even?
You know,
I keep hearing extending your education some.
What I
as an
get,
option.
What I get is that it is very important for you to start manifesting what you really want. So if you are thinking about doing a job change, I would strongly suggest that you really pinpoint, because they throw the dart, okay? So throw the dart means pinpoint. Pinpoint exactly what you want, and start. And if you don't know what you want, make 2 lists. Write what you don't want, and I always say this, even with relationships.
It works.
It does. It works. Write what you don't
works.
I don't want to have a boss that's an asshole. I don't want to fight with people at work. I don't want a yucky environment. You can write all of that, but then turn those into positive statements. I want a boss who is supportive. I want coworkers who are supportive and loving and caring. I want a room for growth, and then have that list keep going and throw away that other list and just write it down, because
opportunities for training and learning within the job so I can move forward.
Yeah, because
in my career.
Because there's some shift there. There's some shift and there's some change coming. And so is this making sense? Are you thinking about changing things? I have so many passions and directions going in my new business I'm starting, but I'm open to whatever is meant for my highest and best good. And so then I would honestly put it out there like, because they keep showing me a vision board. What are you doing? What's your business? Because they just keep showing me paths. You do have so many different things that you can do and that you can get.
I keep seeing the stars all around you and like beams of light. You need to network. Also, open yourself up to networking, maybe seminars into whatever your business is related to, so that you get connections with other people that are doing similar things. Because it will open up opportunities for you that you haven't even thought of yet.
Reiki, sound healing, and counseling. It's funny because
Oh,
once
there's a lot you can do with that.
well, it's funny because once I saw the counseling, I immediately got, have you ever thought about doing transpersonal hypnotherapy? Because, and then they showed me when Kathy said something about schooling and going in schooling. So she loves art, bringing creative and help people do their inner healing. Yeah. So Bessie, just put down that you start bringing in qualified clients, or, and the reason why I say qualified is because you will find those people that like to be in their own personal drama and hell. And those are the people that you could say, I love you, but I don't think I'm the therapist person for you, or I don't think that I'm the, because they want you to know that you've got to remember that you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And so don't take it personally when you can't do that, so.
This is really weird. I watched a show last night on Netflix. Why I turned it on, I don't know. I think you're the reason why I watched it. It's called Heal. And I hope you have Netflix. Just go in, type in Heal in the search engine. It is about mind over matter, healing. They talk about nutrition, Reiki, all the different things that people have done to heal themselves. You need to watch that. It's going to open a path up for you. That's what I'm hearing. My guys are telling me, tell her. It's going to resonate really strongly with you and the direction you're going with this, in helping people. You're a healer that is going to, wow. Yeah, just watch that. You'll understand when you see it. Watch it more than once because you're going to get a lot of messages out of it. That's funny how Spirit does that, because I was just looking for something interesting to watch last night, and that popped out of the screen.
I would agree. I'm listening to her comment. I'm reading her comment. I feel work in the whole body, mind, and spirit is vital. Exactly. Because it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But there's something I would really invite you to look at: transpersonal hypnotherapy. And that really is.
They went in that direction on this show too.
Yeah, because I have that too. And it's wonderful. So, yeah, really, really wonderful. So yay, I'm excited for you, Bessie. So keep bringing.
Yeah, you're a strong healer.
Yeah. Yeah, keep calling that in, okay? So hopefully that helped, Bessie, but we're really excited for you.
What part of the world are you in, Bessie? Out of curiosity. I'm in California, so you may be somebody I want to meet. No.
And Susan, are you still here? Oh, when I said it today in Alex group, you said it, and I remembered coming across that. Yeah, Missouri Lake Ozarks. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I for some reason, I just keep, and so I do QHHT and transpersonal hypnotherapy. But I think that you would really love the transpersonal hypnotherapy. And there is a, so I've done Jen's QHHT. And then, so that's when she said QHHT is amazing, wherever she put that. Yeah, but I think that transpersonal hypnotherapy, you're really gonna, there's a school, and it is called Transpersonal Hypnotherapy, and it's out of Denver, Colorado. But look into that, because it's really, really cool, and they have a lot of background in psychology, and so the things that you can do aside from, like QHHT is just going to do past life regression, but transpersonal hypnotherapy is going to give you.
She's right on top of Dolores Cannon's neck of the woods too, and they do all kinds of seminars up there. Her daughter runs the I believe her daughter's running the facilities.
Yeah, but so the difference between QHHT is that's only past life regression.
Right.
With transpersonal hypnotherapy, it actually teaches you so much more. So I personally like transpersonal hypnotherapy because they give you all the tools. And they don't say, oh, for another 1,500, I'll teach you how to do this. Oh, for another 1,500, these guys give you the whole caboodle. It is, so I loved it. So Jen is actually typing in in one of her past life, Jen was a sassy tavern worker during the Prohibition, and it was quite funny. So I personally like the transpersonal hypnotherapy, and I think because you have that counseling background, that is what you'll probably be more pulled to, because it is really profound what you can accomplish. The QHHT only gives you a little bit of a sliver, where the transpersonal teaches you all about shadow working,
and not everything's from the past.
Yeah. So it's really huge. So please check into that, okay, Bessie? So, all right. So has
good luck. Let us know how things go.
Susan, are you here? You are our last one, Susan, and I think you have left. So, Susan going once? Yeah, it really is. Check it out. So, and if you can't if you can't find it, just Facebook me and leave it in the comment section, and then I'll find it and do it. But it's transpersonal hypnotherapy. It's awesome. 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 Okay. So I don't think that Susan is answering. So, obviously.
I like Ian's. Did you read Ian?
Always remember a true friend tell you the last thing you want to hear. I guess so.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Okay. Anybody else have a question? Unless Jen, you want to come in and tell them about your Prohibition days?
I could just see her.
Oh, he was a hoot.
Listen, don't test me. Okay, but Karen, tell them absolutely not. Absolutely not. You need to wait. This is why I don't go on camera, because I argue with my 4-year-old. Go over there now. 3.
Okay, Jackie, I'll get to you in a minute, honey.
Lord. Karen, tell them about the accents and the sass coming out my mouth.
So it was very funny, because she went from being a very quiet personality to her whole facial, granted, she does not remember anything, but I record the sessions. So she went from being this really quiet, somber person that was kind of like this. And the minute I switched her into the next lifetime, she was like this. And then she had this beautiful smile on her face. And I'm like, oh, you're smiling. What are you looking at? And she goes, my shoes. And she had this Southern drawl that was just like, wow. She's never been from the South. Your volume just went out.
I don't know what happened. I'm from California. I got no reason to have a drawl.
And so then she, I said, well, what do one of the tricks that you do is you get someone to talk about, like, what are they seeing? What are they feeling? What are they wearing? And so she described this kind of, this out, and offhand, I don't remember but it was her favorite pair of shoes, and they were nice and shiny, and she had on a dress, and, she liked to smoke, and she liked to hang out at the bar. And if her dad
was a flapper,
I shot my daddy and he dropped like a fly. You remember that part? That was
She literally said, so her dad had beat her and he was very abusive, and she literally shot him. And she goes, there's blood everywhere. And I said, oh my gosh, what happened? And she goes, I shot my daddy and he dropped like a fly.
No, I didn't say I shot my daddy. I said mother effer dropped like a fly.
Oh, that's what it was. So yeah, it was a trip. And so when
That's
she heard
hilarious.
that, the first time Jen heard that, she was just like, but it was very odd it was very cool for Jen, the reason why she was there. And through each lifetime, she understood, the reason why she came to me. And it was very neat and it was very interesting. And so to watch Jen go through different personalities and different lifetimes, it was just awesome. And so, so the things that you can help somebody with, Bessie, is so cool, because you don't even realize that in the moment that it's happening, like for me, when I did mine, I did not realize that I had this issue with being alone. I didn't really realize there was an issue. And so my spirit guides, I went back in my last lifetime, I was a little boy and I died alone and I froze to death. And my last thought was, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. That's literally what my thought was when I died. And that literally came into my life this lifetime. So
And now you're a teacher and you surround yourself with people.
Always. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Isn't it though? So yeah, it's
And how many children do you have? You're surrounded literally, aren't you?
Naturally, I have 3 children, but I raised a total of 13. So,
yeah, surrounded yourself with people.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's the best way.
Sense.
So yeah, it's really cool. So it really is, Bessie, when and there's things that, like, for instance, at one point I was going to go through and do, my specialty was going to be sexual counseling in victims, and do that through therapy, or past life regressions and hypnosis. But I realized that I never want to limit myself and put myself in a box. And so I just decided to keep myself open and not do that. So, all right. So Jackie had a question. She raised her hand. So if you could please write what you want, Jackie, and then Sharon Lee will get to you, and then we are done. So.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Jen. Thank you.
Bye, Jen. My daughter collects gins. She has, I think, 7 friends named Jen, and they're all that personality type, bubbly, friendly. So we say she collects them.
Okay.
My oldest son, age 55.
Okay, so what was his name? And usually I don't ask for names. And so here's the thing, Jackie. So if I say if we pick up on him, I'm kind of connecting, if we pick up on him, sometimes when you open a door, it might not be him that comes through. It might be some other guy for somebody else. So it's very important that you type Peter. Okay. So it's very important that you write, yes, that would have been him, or no, that wouldn't have been him. It's really odd because this person is bouncing around and he hasn't decided how he wants to come in yet. He's like, it almost feels like, well, if I come in as an adult, she wouldn't know those things. So then he starts to come in almost like I keep hearing 13.
Yeah, I was going to say preteen. That's funny.
So it's going to take me a minute. So Oh, Jackie Peter.
He's really active.
Does you're getting active? That's when
And
you start.
I'm seeing that the teenage, the 12, 13-year-old. He's like
Yeah.
goes from place to place to place to place to place.
And I'm seeing sometimes he's talking and sometimes he's quiet. Sometimes I'm sharing a little bit and sometimes I'm going behind a closed door and I'm not being, which would make sense because she said that's when he started moving away emotionally. And that would make sense because
I was gonna say I don't always see him with people. That doesn't mean he's not. It's like I don't know. It sort of reminds me. I used to hike in the woods. I used to seek solitude, but he's on the go at the same time. I'm sorry to interrupt, Karen.
no, you're fine. So, hey Jen, can you please read? Because I can't read and try to connect at the same time.
No, I closed my eyes.
Yeah, but if when you describe, then somebody needs to watch the room so that they could tell you if you're on it or not. So what I'm seeing is, here's the deal.
She says he was that way, always exploring and going places.
Cool. Now at 13, was it that kind of thing where now I'm, and I know you said that's about when you started pulling away, and it's really odd because did you notice, or, what I'm getting is, I'm getting, and I hate to say this, but I'm getting a little bit of mental instability. I'm getting a little bit, what they're showing me is, so I work, my job that I do is I work with special ed kids, and they're showing me kids that start to exhibit schizophrenic behavior. Would that have been something that he would have done that, it just, I'm not seeing things clearly. Does that make sense to you, Jackie?
Thank you, Karen. You just, I couldn't put my finger on what it was I was seeing.
Quite a lag.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
I just see somebody who, I'm watching a picture, like I'm watching a movie, but then right next to it, I'm watching my perception of that movie, and it's not happening the same way. The stories are not aligning. It's like you may have given him, my youngest son had problems in school, and Peter wanted to push away from that. Who's the person is there somebody that had mental disability, somebody that had something that, it's like this person is not seeing things the correct way.
Peter wanted to be an only child.
Yeah, he's
I can feel that. He likes his solitude.
And I just get really, like from my throat right here. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. There's just this massive pain right here in my throat, and my heart just kind of hurts. So, but it's different on the other side, and I need you to know that. So the message, so what I asked him is, okay, let's not concentrate on how or any of these things. But I'm thinking Peter, there was something up with Peter, okay? I don't know if you knew that, but he's shaking his head at me going, mentally, there was something going on with him, okay? And I think that's why he hid out a lot, because he's showing me that even he knows that he's not seeing things correctly or not being fair or not being, and he does this number, which is like, I take this on,
He doesn't feel comfortable around a lot of people. It makes him feel extremely uneasy. He doesn't fit in.
Yeah, and he knows it,
And he's he very much knows it.
He drank to relieve pain.
Yeah.
That would make sense. That's not uncommon. So I don't feel like he had any outside abuse coming towards him or anything. This was all in his
internal,
in his head, and it's what he carried with him.
She said that was Peter. He went through a horrible divorce and never got over it.
Yep. And so, what he tells me now is that he sees his way of thinking was not always like, he shows me the movie. He's watching a movie and this is how it went down, but the way he saw it was completely different.
He kept things bottled up.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't tell people anything. He just goes behind a closet. It's like a closet door. They speak in metaphors. They speak in pictures sometimes for me.
Yeah, I keep seeing him. He's an observer. It's like he's behind the glass watching everything happen around him. But he's not participating. He's just watching.
And it almost feels like I don't know the correct way. The correct.
He doesn't know how to interact in it. He doesn't know how to become part of it because he feels outside of it. So he puts himself outside.
She said exactly.
He almost feels like he's on the Asperger spectrum, not that he would have been lower functioning, but, functioning okay, but social.
He has a bright mind. It's social. It's
completely social.
He feels so different. He doesn't blend in with the other side of the glass, everything else going on around him. He feels like he's constantly on the outside looking in.
He says you guys have it exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I see him almost like in this bluish bottle, and he's inside the bottle watching all around him. And it's like the whole world, everything's coming. He's enjoying watching, but he doesn't feel part of it. Yeah.
He had a high IQ, but it.
I was going to say, very, very bright. It's not that he doesn't learn, understand, and he just doesn't know how to fit in, how to become part of the outside. He's always felt outside of everything. And that's where he stays safe. That's why he's in that bottle. He's safe in the bottle, watching from the outside in, or the inside out. He doesn't know how to cross through that barrier and fit in.
So I always like to give a message, because I think that is more important, Jackie. so I'm glad that we have him, and I'm glad that this is your Peter. And, so I was asking, is there anything that you want me to relay? And there is a sense of this was on me, it was my
His brother is gregarious and makes friends easily. I think Peter was jealous because of his temperament, like you said.
And that's basically what he's saying is like, now that he's on the other side, he can understand why he had all that anger. And, there really, as a parent, he's saying there really wasn't much that you could have done, because he just goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. He just gets deeper in that closet. He just keeps going more backwards in so many things. But, no matter what you would have tried in this state, he's regretful that that I left
that path.
That I left you like this, that I didn't reach out to anybody. I even people that were he literally shows someone sitting right next to him. He doesn't reach out to that person either. So he's basically saying like, I'm sorry that I left you this way. But he doesn't want you to hang on to that. You did the best that you could do. And there are some things that he's telling me. Well, let me put it like this. He says, there are situations that she has hung on to that she should not hang on to anymore. So there's a lot of releasing that you need to do to just let that go, because you did the best that you could do. And so
He thought it was because we didn't have enough money to make him happy, but I know what you're saying. He was inside himself in pain.
Always. And so he's like, that's on me. He keeps going like this. That's on me. So please, you need, and he's showing me that healing light. You need to pull that healing. And I don't know if what we talk about, Jackie, when we're saying that healing light. It's almost like imagine a light coming from the heavens. I always say pink because it's a pink healing light of Nada is what it's called for me. But you can use any color that you want, and imagine this beautiful light coming from the heavens and healing your heart and healing those situations, because he's not hanging on to anything now. He's like, I'm good. Everything's great here. I get it. I get that I had to go through all those things to learn. That's part of the reason why he signed up. And I hate to say it like this, but he really kind of signed up for the socially awkward, autistic kind of, because socially he never was able to be where we were. Anybody.
I'm totally hearing that the paths he took in the lifetime were his choices. He did not allow himself to understand. He didn't understand how to cross those barriers. It wasn't anything you could have done to help him cross any of those barriers. It was part of his path. Those were his choices. It affected him throughout his life, including his marriage. He couldn't even cross those barriers within his marriage, which is what made it so difficult. But looking from the other side, it all makes sense to him now. He's not carrying that burden now. Mm-hmm. It was the way it was supposed to be. The life lessons that he was crossing while living this lifetime. Over here, he's good. He understands. He's learned what he needed to learn through those
hard lessons.
All those hard lessons, yes.
So, well, hopefully that helped, Jackie. So keep releasing.
Very bright person. Bright person.
Woot woot! Yay!
Oh, that was a neat read.
Thank you, Peter, for coming through. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Peter.
Hopefully that helped, Jackie.
I need that bell. I keep on seeing the chimes like the musicians use.
Yeah.
The big.
Okay, so
It
we
sounds like
said-
Aspen's tablet when it's time to like turn a page on one of her books or something.
What?
All right, well, I'm peacing out again, so.
Okay, bye. Thank you, Fran.
Uh,
Okay, so Sharon, you said you were going to be the last. Can you post your thing, please?
for me too, huh? I usually don't read for Sharon online because Sharon and I are very close friends.
Oh, really?
She's my Debbie to you. Oh, okay. It's a safe question. Sharon, all I'm hearing is you're going the right direction. You know it.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
I'm just like cracking up laughing.
Bye.
So matter of fact, why are you asking this question? You know you're going in the right direction.
Yeah. Why? You know what I'm getting lately is as long as we are working towards healing, and I wish I could get back what Gary had written, but as long as you're moving into that direction of healing and forgiveness, then you're going the right way. It's when we refuse to, they show me the stubborn ass again, when we're refusing to heal and we're being that stubborn ass, that's when our path just kind of stops, but it's all about healing right now and forgiveness and knowing that, you're doing the best that you can do. So yeah, I would agree, you're on the right path. So, but all right.
And your guide is very funny because it was just hilarious the way it came through. It was like, why are you asking this? You know you're in the right path.
Yeah. It was
laughing at the actual laughter. It's like you're totally in the right direction.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate everybody. So much love out there.
It was fun reading with you, Karen.
You too. Yeah, thanks. And so, hey, I just realized I hadn't, I'm kind of debating. I may, oh, thank you, D Spark. There's what he said. You're awesome, D Spark. So I'm going to talk to Debbie and see how I can arrange this, but depending on what goes on, I may take a couple of weeks off. I don't know yet. I just want to give you guys heads up. Does this episode remain on YouTube so I can show it? Yes, Jackie, it does. So you just have to remember, I don't think I put the date on it. I think I put guest reader Kathy. So you're gonna have to look at guest reader Kathy, and then have her check out the other stuff too. There's some meditations they're saying. But so anyway,
watch some of the other
Tuesday
earlier
night
shows, the Tuesday ones. Yeah, wonderful meditations.
Yeah, but I think I might take some time off of doing a couple of YouTubes. Good night, Monique. Because of the fact that I've got some, moving to do and getting some stuff together and all this other good stuff. But I will keep
take care of you.
Yeah, and to take care of me, exactly. It's something I'm learning to do. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will keep you guys informed, okay? So remember, forgiveness is the key, my friends. All right. So much love to you. Don't forget, if you're on Facebook, look for the Way Showers. And we love you guys, and we'll talk to you later.
You can also find me at kstafford57 Gmail or on Facebook. Just send me a friend request. If you use a different username than your personal name that shows up on your Facebook account, let me know, because I will not open requests that I don't recognize the name or have a tie to, I'll just dump them. And I may have dumped a few along the way. So, yeah, if you want to reach out anytime.
Yeah. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks so much.
Night.